Hey there, Angie with the Guillette Group, and today I'm coming to share with you 4 myths that you need to know about flood insurance. This is Live Joy, Southwest Florida. We talk to you about everything you need to know about living in or moving to Southwest Florida. If this is the type of stuff you're looking for, definitely subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you'll be notified every time we release a new video. Myth number 1. My homeowner's insurance covers my flooding. Wrong. Many insurance agents across the state of Florida will agree that the biggest misconception with Florida homeowners is that flood insurance floods are covered by your homeowner's insurance, but this just is not the case. And this is especially true here in Florida, where we've got federally designated high flood risk zones and where our homeowner's insurance is usually complemented by hurricane insurance. Myth number 2, my flood insurance will cover the cost of all the damages. Typically, flood insurance policies have a limit of $250,000 for replacement and up to $100,000 to cover the personal items losses. But we know that oftentimes the costs far exceed what you actually receive back from these policies. And lastly, just one other thing to note is, like all other homeowners insurance policies and other insurance policies that you have, there would be a deductible on this insurance policy. The third myth about flood insurance policies. I don't live in a high-risk flood zone, so I don't need flood insurance. And this is one of the questions that we get more than anything, especially because most of where we live and do a lot of our business here east of 75 in Estero is located in a flood zone X, which is typically a not required flood zone. But here's what we know talking to one of our local insurance agents is that 25% of all flood claims come from within flood zone X, which is a non-required flood zone. FEMA does have a map online where you can put in an address and you can check what flood zone a property is in. And I highly encourage you, if you're considering real estate property here in Southwest Florida, that you do double check that flood map just so that you have an idea. That's not the only thing that is taken into account, though. The elevation of a property is also taken into account. So in the event that you are in a required area, they will also look at the elevation of the property, and then they are able to calculate what type of flood insurance that you need if you are in a property and or a loan product that does require that flood insurance. Here is our reality though. We want to live here in this beautiful Southwest Florida sunshine, and what that means is there probably are no flood-free zones. We've got 1,300 miles of coastline here in the beautiful sunny state of Florida. And that means that we definitely have a little more risk of flooding based on where we choose to live. Myth number 4. I don't need flood insurance. I can just rely on the federal assistance program. Federal disaster aid is not available after most floods. For flood victims to be eligible to receive benefits after a disaster like this, the president actually has to label it a federal disaster to trigger the benefits. And even in those cases when that does happen, the maximum amount, like back in 2020 when President Trump had to declare some disasters from some hurricanes that happened, the maximum amount of benefit that a flood victim received was just under $35,000, which is not nearly enough to cover the amount of damage that can be done. And FEMA is really clear on this case that this relief is not intended to replace insurance. It is truly just to allow individuals who've been affected to be able to handle their basic essential needs. You can purchase flood insurance in Florida through private insurers, or there is a national program that is available through FEMA, and it is the National Flood Insurance Program. And we have seen that the average cost in Florida is around $700. Again, that is average, but it is really important that you contact your insurance agent to get an exact quote for your property. And again, it is going to depend on, are you in a flood zone? Which flood zone? What is your elevation? And they are able to check the maps and look at all the statistics for the area in which you live or are looking to live. And remember, if you are looking to add this to your home because you don't have it already, it is really important that you make sure that you do it. There is a 30-day waiting period, so do not wait for a storm to be named to decide that you want to look into adding flood insurance to your policy, because there will be a 30-day waiting period. So the best time to do this is now. If you don't already have flood insurance on your home or have not already considered having flood insurance on your home, definitely don't want to wait and get stuck in a period of time in which you cannot write a policy. You can find us on all of our social media channels. You can always call me at 239-246-2322. And please leave us some comments below. We want to know, what do you think? Do you have any other questions about flood insurance that we didn't cover in this video, or any other questions that you might have about living here in Southwest Florida? You are also able to schedule time directly with us by using the Calendly link below, and we would love to talk with you. If you haven't already, you should definitely check out this video showing the updates to the new fabulous community called Wild Blue right here in Southwest Florida.
Woo!